Now, voting is underway in Australia's general election. Tony Abbott is expected to become the next Prime Minister. According to opinion polls, he looks set to beat Prime Minister Kevin Rudd and his Labour Party. Big issues on the campaign trail included the economy, immigration and carbon tax. Piers Akerman is a columnist for the Daily Telegraph. Joins us now live from Sydney. Good to have you with us. It seems that Labour's gamble of putting Rudd back in power isn't going to pay off. Why is that?
Well, I think it's been a dreadful mistake. I think Australians are extremely tired of this constant shift of leaders without going to a democratic vote. You have to remember that Kevin Rudd was elected nationally in 2007, and then he was dumped by his own party in 2010 and replaced by Julia Gillard, who became Australia's first woman Prime Minister. She, in turn, was dragged off the stage by her Labour colleagues in June this year and replaced again by Kevin Rudd. What Australian voters are finding is that the Kevin Rudd they disliked in 2007 is just as dislikable in 2013. And so we're seeing a replay here. I think that a lot of commentators are saying the more you know Kevin Rudd, the more you dislike him. The more you get to know Tony Abbott, the coalition leader, the more you like him.
Well, really, is that really the case? Because Tony Abbott has never been a particularly popular man. He's a very divisive figure. There are plenty of commentators who are also saying this is simply a vote against Rudd rather than a vote for Abbott.
Well, that was true in the beginning, but now Tony Abbott's personal popularity has topped that of Kevin Rudd. I think that Tony Abbott has also run an extraordinarily disciplined campaign. It's been on message for the last 5 weeks, whereas Kevin Rudd's campaign has been chaotic and dysfunctional. He's kept coming up with sort of thought bubbles. Just a week ago, he was talking about moving the Navy from Sydney Harbour, where I'm standing talking to you now, and taking it north and placing it up closer to his electorate in Queensland. Now, there was absolutely no costing done for such a move. There was no thought given to the value of the infrastructure that would be lost down here.
Okay, I just want to jump in because you talk about, sorry Piers for interrupting, but you do talk about costing here. I do have to just bring up at this point Abbott's promises. I mean, they are looking like they're going to cost an awful lot as well. We're looking at this carbon scheme, this paid parental scheme, this new roads that he wants to provide for much of the cities. I mean, who's going to pay for all that?
Well, the paid parental leave scheme will actually not be a new national tax. He's proposing to impose a small levy of 1.5% on the payrolls of the top 300 companies. All of Abbott's policies have been thoroughly costed by the Parliamentary Budget Office. Labour has not produced costed policies throughout this campaign. And it's been quite disappointing. Kevin Rudd claimed that he had found a $90 billion black hole in the coalition's policies and claimed that parliamentary papers supported this. But then you had the heads of the 3 major finance departments disowning the Labour Party's claims. And that was quite astonishing because the public service mandarins, as you know, rarely speak out against a sitting government.
OK, Piers Akerman, many thanks for joining us. Great to get your points of view.